Hello, everybody. This is the Love Yourself Guru, and welcome to the Love Yourself TV, and welcome to day 5 of the Guru's Ramadan series 2022. And today, the word for today is reflection. We're going to take a deeper look at the word reflection, its meaning, and how we can bring it into our Ramadan, God willing. So, if you look at the meaning of the word reflection in the dictionary, it says serious thought and consideration. So, it's really thinking deeply about a topic matter and really considering it deeply. And what you'll find is in your life, there are different cycles in your life, and your year has different cycles, and it's meant to be like that. There are times where you're going to be very busy, okay? And there are times where you're going to be, where you need to slow down and reflect. And Ramadan, it's 30 days in a year where we slow down and we reflect on our lives, and we need this reflection. Your soul needs this reflection because you need it for the next 11 months until the next Ramadan, God willing. You need to really reflect on your life, what you're doing, what you've done right, what, for instance, things that you would change, your relationship with your Creator. You really need to reflect on this, get everything defined, and set the path for the next 11 months. So reflection is essential, and Ramadan, you have 30 days to reflect, and it will set you up for the next 11 months, God willing, until the next Ramadan, God willing. And so these are 5 things that I reflect on in my Ramadan. And the first thing is it's my relationship with my Creator, my relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How has, over the last 11 months, how has my relationship been with my Creator? I know that I love my Creator, but have I showed that love? Have I taken action for that love? What action have I taken? What action, for instance, could I take? How is my for instance, my spirituality? Am I talking to my Creator? Am I having conversations with my Creator? Is my Creator my best friend? My Creator's always with me, but how is my relationship with my Creator? And action is essential. So for instance, let's say you're in a relationship and your husband or your wife always says, I love you, I love you, I love you, but never takes action. Then you're going to question that love. It's the same thing with us. I could say, for instance, I love my Creator, but am I taking action? Am I reflecting on my Creator's book? Am I doing my prayers? Am I talking to my Creator? When I have problems, am I turning to my Creator? When I'm happy, am I saying thank you to my Creator? So it's really important to reflect on the relationship with your Creator. And the more beautiful a relationship you have with your Creator, the more beautiful your life will be. It's that simple. And so number 2 is so that's the first thing. Number 2 is to reflect on the relationship with yourself. Now, we've been given this wonderful, amazing blessing of our lives. There's nothing more precious than your life, and there's nothing more precious to me than my life. And it's really reflecting on, am I taking responsibility for my life? How am I treating myself? Am I treating myself well, or have I been in a cycle of self-sabotage? Am I really using nice words with myself? Am I being patient with myself? Am I motivating myself? Am I doing what I love? Yes. So really reflecting on your relationship with yourself. Am I loving myself? Because it's your life is your responsibility, and so if something is your responsibility, you need to treat it well. You need to look after it. So basically, you need to reflect on, are you looking after yourself? Because your life is your responsibility. The next one. Where am I heading? To reflect on where you're heading, to ask yourself, where am I heading? Now, how do you know where you're heading? You know where you're heading with what you're doing. So what are you doing the majority of the time? The majority of the time, what are you doing? Are you doing positive things, or are you doing negative things? Or do you have positive habits, or do you have negative habits? Whatever you're doing the majority of the time, that will be where you're heading. So it's really, you've got this month to really reflect on where, God willing, you want to head. Yes. And then see if you can actually, what things can you do the majority of the time to head there. Okay, so how to reflect on where you're heading, how do you know where you're heading, is what you're doing. Is what you're doing at this present moment in time for the last 11 months, is what you're doing, is it beneficial? Is it getting you, God willing, where you want to get? or where you want to go. If not, now is the time to really think about your life and really start changing things one by one, God willing. Next one is to reflect on your heart. Now, what is the state of your heart? You know, when you first fall in love, you know why you feel so happy? Because your heart is happy, your heart is dancing. Your heart is dancing. It's so happy. So life is really about getting your heart in a good state. And so look at what is your heart filled with? And the more it's filled with your Creator's love, the happier, honestly, the happier it'll be. So see how much of your Creator, it fills your heart. How much is in that, and see what other things also fill your heart. Is there a lot of regret there? Is there a lot of hate? Is there a lot of, for instance, sadness? See what's filling your heart, and if it's negative, really try to remove that and put the main thing that fills your heart, God willing, is your Creator, and then start removing all the negative things and replacing it with positive things, God willing, like gratitude, like happiness, God willing, like being content. So it's your heart is all related to the way you live your life. The way you live your life, what you're doing every day, what you say every day, how you treat people every day, your relationship with your Creator every day. Yes, how you treat yourself every day every single thing will come on your heart. And so you really reflect on that and try to get it as clean and as happy as possible, God willing. The next thing is to reflect on knowledge. And that's the last thing. Now, I really think that we as human beings, we have the responsibility to, God willing, as we get older, to increase in knowledge. And I think one part of increasing in knowledge is reading. I really think that we should be reading more. Reading is just absolutely amazing. And at this time of the year is to reflect on, are you increasing in your knowledge? Or are you increasing in things like knowing what other people are doing? And so it could be reading or learning about anything, but as long as you're learning, even if it's a page a day, even if you're learning something new a day, let's say not reading, a craft, something that you're progressing. Is your knowledge progressing? Yes. And is it progressing in a beneficial way? I truly believe that as human beings, we should always be progressing in something. We should always be progressing, and it takes action. So either reading or taking up a new hobby, God willing, or learning the Quran off by heart. Really progressing in knowledge. Reflect on that, and then actually define for the next 11 months, what do you want to progress in knowledge in? Do you want to read more? Do you want to learn more? Do you want to take up a new hobby? And it doesn't matter what age you are, whether you're 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. As long as you're living, as long as we're living, we should always try to keep active and keep progressing in beneficial knowledge. Because when we progress in beneficial knowledge, we not only benefit ourselves, but we benefit everybody with us. So those, God willing, so those are the 5 things that I really reflect on in Ramadan. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, kindly click on the like button and kindly click on the subscribe button, and have a brilliant, beautiful, absolutely amazing day.